What's going on, everybody? What's going on, boys and girls? How's everybody doing, man? I want to welcome y'all to an episode of what I like to call YNBAB Unscripted, man. It's been a minute since I've done a pod episode, man. And Black's got a long drive to make. I know he's gonna listen to some Trippy Red. I'm a, I'm a actually, since I know Black gonna listen to some Trippy, she don't want me, she want Trippy. Y'all know that from Cody and Shane? She don't want me, she want Trippy. Okay. No rap cap? Kill, that's that. Now, if I'ma go, I'ma just start listing off my top Trippy Red tracks, man. My top Trippy Red tracks to start the pod? I know forever. Trippy's got some bangers, man. Trippy has some heat in his discography. I don't really He said he did. He said he's one of the people that came out with the sad rap, all that. Him, X, them boy. I'ma just say Trippy. No. From his stuff that's on SoundCloud, so that's all I'm referencing right now. 2017, A Love Letter to You, Love Scars, Part 1 and Part 2, Romeo and Juliet is a good, he averages about 3 good tracks. So if I'm gonna say the Trippy Red songs that can get me in a good mood, he's got so many wishes. I can't even do this, bro. Trippy's got about 20 songs I like. You know what, Caleb? You go to SoundCloud, go to A Love Letter to You, listen to the first 3 songs, then you can get off. Then go to Life's a Trip, published in 2018. Is Together good? I don't know. You skip the track 2. You do Taking a Walk, Wish, Missing My Idols, Forever Ever, Bird Shit, Bang. Yep, Bang. And Dark Knight Demo. You just go with those tracks. And then you finish it. So you go from Taking a Walk to Dark Knight Demo. After you hear Dark Knight Demo, you can get off. And then you go to what the heck? I thought I deleted this, bro. My bad. I thought I deleted that. That's crazy. Yeah, because I thought I deleted these messages. It's GroupMe. Let me offload the app. I'm sorry, y'all. So, I'm not going to get into all the details. Just know I thought I deleted GroupMe. Let me just turn off notifications. Notifications are on. That's crazy. Okay. So then you go to A Love Letter to You 3, also published in 2018. You start with Topanga. You listen to that one. Firestarty. You probably got to listen to all of A Love Letter to You 3. They're all decent, but if I'm going to tell you the ones I like, just do Topanga. Okay, let me tell you the top songs you got to listen to. Listen to Topanga, track 1, and listen to Loyalty Before Royalty. Now, if you've got time, Caleb, what you need to do, Caleb, is I'm going to publish this pod on the back end, Caleb. I'm publish this pod on the back end while you're driving. And you can listen then. But yeah, 2018, he did go off. And if you got time, you can just listen to all of A Love Letter to You 3. Caleb, Loyalty Before Royalty is a good song. You got to listen to it again. You got 1 second. Let me help you out, kid. Let me help you out. You see, You understand what he's getting at right here, Caleb? Do you understand what he's getting at? He's saying living in this fucking life of sin. You know what he's talking about, Caleb? He's talking about this wretched, sinful world we're living in, surrounded by sin. He's hoping to get into heaven. He's trying to make the right decisions to get into heaven, knowing that there's nothing but sin around him. And he's saying he's gonna have his face blow down the gate so he can get in. Now he's saying that's my brother. That's my brother to the end. He's talking to maybe his brother ain't gonna make it with him. Not all of us gonna make it, Caleb. But if it's his brother to the end, Caleb. You gotta listen. You gotta listen. You gotta listen, and the beat is good. Not my motherfucking Ken. That's my Brody, that's my slime, that's my Ken. You see, Caleb? Swerve, swerve, swerving. Caleb, you saw how he started the track. Living in this fucking life of sin. He's swerve, swerve, swerving. You know what he's doing, Caleb? Guess what he's swerving? The sinful nature of man. That is what he's swerving out of the way of, Caleb. That is what he's trying to avoid in this, Caleb. Swerve, swerve, swerving. You got it. You can't lie. He's spitting. Swerve, swerve, swerving. I count this paper till my fingers hurting. Who's annoying him? Who's blessing the Lord? He sips on this cup and he loses his purpose. Caleb, you know what cup he's referencing? Do you know the cup he's referencing? He's referencing the blood. That's when he gets his purpose. He loses his purpose in this mortal coil, this mortal skin we're living in, and he finds his purpose in Christ. That's what he's trying to tell you, Caleb. But you can't listen to, because you can't get over the moaning and the groaning. You gotta really listen to what he's saying here. You know, he's saying trying to test me. He's talking about demons. Trying to test him, and it's over. Caleb, I'm not even going. I can't even say much else. He made it out the dirt. He's talking about. The Lord said He made us from dirt. He made it out the dirt. The Lord said He made us from dirt, Caleb. I don't have to say much else. And guess who he's serving, Caleb? He's serving the people. Trying to give them the message. You see, Caleb, the snakes in the glass, they're serpents. He's talking about. He's avoiding the enemy. That's what we gotta do as believers. Avoid the enemy. Caleb, it's simple. It's out there. The message is out there. The message is true. Trippy's been out here spitting. He's out here spitting. You just ain't receiving it, Caleb. Open your heart. Father God, open Caleb's heart to Trippy Red, man. Yeah, when he's saying pussy niggas, who's he referring to? Enemies of the Lord. He said, pussy niggas crying cause they worthless. If you're not with God, you have no worth. You have no value in heaven. You're worthless. And then he said, Trippy said, I'm gonna get rid of him. You see, he said, God won't be blessing you. He's talking about the worthless niggas. It speaks for itself. Now he's saying diamonds on me. You know, diamonds blessing me. Like I said, I chew. He's saying he's got the diamonds on. He's got his gown of glory, Caleb. His gown of glory is on him. Electrify you niggas, like I said. Now that's more of a, you know, he's talking about, you know, God in heaven sending lightning and fire down from heaven. I don't even need to go any further. You gotta listen to Loyalty over Royalty. Now the other songs, you can probably go through all of A Love Letter to You 3. You won't really like it. I think Negative Energy's decent. Can't Love, Love Scars 3, those are all decent. The Exclamation Point album, the Playboy Cardi song isn't on here anymore. Wait, let me see. I don't know if the first one's good. Under Enemy Arms is good. Mac 10 is good. I gotta see. But no, Caleb, Trippie Redd's got some hits. I can't even say his top 20. Let me see this one. Alright, no. Yeah, Mac 10, Everything Buzz, and Under Enemy Arms. Just listen to those 3 straight songs. Then you go to A Love Letter to You 4. You can do Who Needs Love. You can probably listen to pretty much. You definitely listen to Who Needs Love, The Grinch, Death, and Chosen. I probably gotta go through it again because he's got some Tory Lanez features on here. We'll see. I don't know about Spooky Sounds or Pegasus. You can listen to bro. Is that Fly in here? Bro. You know what's crazy? I've got no freaking idea how these flies are getting in here. Now I gotta come to the pod, my goodness. Because my TV's trying to update firmware. 1 second. Now I gotta come to the pod. Yeah, I don't know what my TV doing, y'all. At least it's up for you. I don't know. That's the one thing about this place, bro. How did that fly get in here? Everything I thought was sealed and solid, and I hear buzz, 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 buzz. Behind the fucking blinds. Freaking idiot. The audio stopped? Behind the fucking blinds? No, Kip, how are you saying the audio stopped? I can hear it. The audio stopped? Oh, Kip said it's back, okay. No, yeah. So, no, there's a fucking fly behind the fucking blinds. It's dead. It's gonna be one dead fly, I'll tell you that fucking much. It's gonna be one dead fly, bro. I tell you that. No fucking shot, man. Caleb. Right when I get the spray. Ooh, there it go. Oh, I dropped my controller. Right when I see it, too. Okay, it's one dead fucking fly, I'll tell you that much. don't know, man. I don't know if I got it. I don't know if I got it. Fuck, 1 second. I'm pulling the blinds down and I see the dead fly. Oh my gosh. I'm back. That shit is so fucked. Let's see if y'all can hear me. I'm back. Bro. So let me tell y'all in great grave detail. What just let me tell you in great and grave detail what happened. I have bug spray. Now this is the second fly I found in my blinds. The first fly that was in my blinds, I killed him. You know, I hit him with the spray that's supposed to kill on contact. He got away from me. And then I see him spinning on the ground. I said, let me put you out of your motherfucking misery. I grabbed a box. And then I filled that box up with clothes. And then I lifted the box above my head. And then I dropped the box. You know how much force I put on that fly's skull trying to send a neuron-based message to all other insects to not try me. That's what I was trying to accomplish. And then I get another fly in the blinds because I hear it buzzing. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I can't find my bug spray, so I just get regular lemon disinfectant spray. And these, like, usually I get gnats. You know, and I've been getting the gnats. But these big fat flies, I'm like, where the fuck are they coming from? Because there ain't no way they're getting in through the blinds. That shit is sealed. Are they getting in above? Below? I gotta really, like, analyze this shit, bro. Because I'm like, I don't know how the fuck they're getting in here. But they're getting in here somehow. And they goes buzzing. And I'm like, hey. I sprayed them, and I lost them. And I was looking, and I'm like, oh crap. I'm out here fiddling with the blinds. I ain't got no shorts on. I don't want to be out here in the nude so somebody can see me. So as I'm pulling down the blinds, I see a dead black fly in between some. And then I scream. That was a jump scare. Let's get back to Trippie Redd. So after Pegasus, he drops Trip at Night. Arguably the best track he's done dropped. Rich MF, Danny Phantom. Every song with features, listen to that, plus Finish Line and Supercell. Every song with features, go ahead and listen, plus Finish. I think I heard it again. Bro, if that thing is alive. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to relax, bro. I'm just not gonna be able to relax. I just always be thinking I'm hearing fucking buzzing. Yeah, but at Trip On Now, listen to everything with features, Finish Line and Supercell. For Mansion Music, you don't gotta listen to that one. That was pretty ass. But yeah, Trippie Redd's got a lot of good music. Let me get back to the topic at hand. The YNBAB pod Unscripted EP1. Um, so the first thing I wanted to tell y'all, okay, but I don't know if you've been following conference realignment, but to give you a background, pretty much the Pac-10 has dissolved. USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Arizona State, they're all gone. So it's just Cal, Stanford, Washington State, Oregon State there. Utah left. Who else left? I'm missing somebody. Somebody irrelevant. And so it's just Cal, Stanford, uh, Washington State, and Oregon State. And they're considering, Cal and Stanford are considering, no, Washington State and Oregon State, they're considering bringing them into to the American. I think that was getting a lot of traction for them to get into the American. And I think what's getting a lot of traction is for Cal and Stanford to join the ACC. Now, for me, in my personal opinion, I was like, hey, if Cal and Stanford go to the ACC, that's kind of crazy. Because every team going to the Big 10, Big 12, those are regional conferences. But the name means nothing. You know, it says big. Big 12, Big 10. You know, people know, okay, Big 10 is, you know, like Midwest, Mid-East, Mid-Atlantic. Big 12 is like Midwest, a little bit of, you know, mountain schools. But if you were talking about Atlantic Coastal Conference having Pacific Coast schools, they should just be called Coastal Conference at that point. Get the A out of there, because why are we having teams go from the West Coast to the East Coast now? Do I think it would be bad? I think that, I'm going to be jumping all over the place. I think a lot's going to happen here, man. I think a lot's going to happen here. What's the first thing I think is going to happen? Florida State wants out of ACC, allegedly, because Florida State wants to capitalize on their profits. I'm not mad at it. If Florida State gets out, and everybody in Clemson can get out of the ACC, like if everybody so they have this thing called the grant of rights. That's like, you're basically signed into this contract unless if you buy out of the contract. If Florida State buys out, will Clemson buy out? To me, I doubt it. I don't think Clemson's in any rush to lose the money. I think if the SEC, SEC's at what, 16 schools right now? I think they're at 16. I don't think they're at 18. I think they're at, let me see. New SEC. I think they're at 16 schools. Oh my gosh. What is the new SEC format? 8 conference games. I think it is 16. Yeah, there are 16 teams in the SEC. 16 teams in the SEC, Big 10, and Big 12. I don't think the SEC is looking to go to 18. I don't think they're looking to go to 20. Now, if the SEC does go to 18, I think they'll add Clemson, because I think Clemson is the most available, and they might go Miami. I don't think they'd go Florida State. I don't know. I think Florida State's trying to go to the Big 10. I don't think Florida State's thinking Big 12. They're trying to go to SEC or Big 10. Let me tell you why I don't think Florida State's an SEC school. Florida State hasn't been good football-wise in a while. They haven't been good in football since like Jameis. Did they even win with Jameis when they had that good kicker? Let me go on Wikipedia. Florida State. See, this is why it's called unscripted, because, I don't know anything. Florida State football. Wikipedia is not even the first thing that pops up. That is ridiculous. Now, when I come to Florida State Seminoles football, alright, conference titles, they only have one playoff appearance in 2014. And they won by 2 against Georgia Tech. And they lost in the semifinal to Oregon with Mariota. And they made the national championship in 2013. Oh, they won in 2013 when they beat Auburn. Who got MVP? And they had Jameis. I told they ain't been nice since they had Jameis. So they haven't really been the same school. You know, and you can say similar things about Clemson. St. John, Clemson hasn't been nice. You're right, Clemson hasn't been nice. Well, but Clemson was decent recently with Trevor Lawrence. They're having some QB issues now, but recently they've been like halfway decent. But Florida State, they're not great football. So the SEC, like football wise, is good location wise. But if you're like, well, we'd rather take a mid Florida State team or a Miami team that could boom, you know, they're gonna go Miami, of course. And then if you're like, you know, Florida State I think has a better fan base than Miami though. But I think you can just get, the SEC could pump so much money into Miami that they could get what they want out of Miami. Like if they want, now I think Florida State is more established than Miami. And I'm gonna get into next why I don't think UNC and Duke and them would leave without. I'm gonna get into that later. So I think Florida State. You know, I think the SEC is really like. You know, they're gonna get Clemson if the ACC breaks up. Clemson is a SEC school. I don't know though between Florida State and Miami, because they can't take Florida State and Miami unless they're gonna go to 20. And then do they take Clemson, Florida State, Miami, and Georgia Tech? And they might be like, John, why aren't you mentioning Duke in them boys? Well, let me second tell you why Florida State's not a Big Ten school. If the ACC breaks up, Big Ten's at 16. I think Big Ten will go to 20. I think Big Ten will go to 20. The Big Ten, because I think Big Ten won't look for Florida State. They'll consider Clemson, but they'll go for Duke and UNC. I think Big Ten would try to take Duke and UNC strictly for basketball reasons. If Big Ten got Duke and UNC, you would have to sit there and think, could the Big Ten make a run at Kentucky and Kansas to get them in the conference? Because you got to think the Big Ten would have Duke. Because, you know, I personally feel like Duke and UNC are a package deal. You can't take one without the other. So SEC, they more so think about football than basketball. Me personally, I would be surprised if the SEC said, if the ACC broke up and SEC said, we just only want Duke and UNC, and then Clemson, Florida State, Miami, and Georgia Tech all went to the Big Ten, I'd be surprised. You know, I'll talk about Georgia Tech a little later. I'd be surprised if the SEC really thought about basketball and they said, yeah, no, we kind of want that Duke-UNC rivalry in our conference. Because that basketball rivalry is so rich in history. And then you think about having Duke, UNC, and South Carolina in one conference. But my question is, what about NC State? I feel like Duke and UNC will always stay in the same conference. But will it? Because NC State's right up the road. NC State is right up the road. Will they leave NC State out to dry? Because they're like supposed to be in like a triangle. Supposed to be like all within like 90 or 60 miles or 30 miles of one another. I'm like, will they really say, yeah, NC State, y'all aren't really fans. Y'all were just here. Me personally, I think UNC would be like, we can't just leave NC State like this. We don't want another Washington State situation. I hope if I'm the NC State AD, I'm going to Duke, I'm going to UNC, and I'm saying, hey, wherever y'all go, we want to go with y'all. Please bring us with y'all. We want to maintain our rivalry. And I'm going to the Duke guy. I'm saying, hey, wherever y'all go, we want to go. Like, please take us with you. Because if I'm NC State, I think it's unlikely they get hung out to dry. But hey, they don't have. It's not the. No, I'm not from North Carolina, but it's not the same relationship that Duke and UNC have. So I think if the ACC does disband though, I think that Duke and UNC might be Big Ten, and I think that SEC won't. I don't think SEC will want to go to 20. I think they'd want to stay at 18 at max. So I think that they'd go to the ACC, to the Big Ten, because Duke and UNC would be like, yeah, let's bring NC State, and then that's 3, and then you're like, okay, what's the last Big Ten school? And then the Big Ten, what do you think? If they want to go to 20, do you think they go Boston College, Virginia Tech? Maybe one of those? I think Virginia and Virginia Tech are Big 12 schools. I think they'd want to maintain their relationship, so they'd probably go Big 12. Who else is in the ACC? I know Georgia Tech. I'm saving Georgia Tech. Virginia Tech are in the ACC. I think they're Big 12 schools. Boston College is an American Conference school. They're in. If Boston College got a if Boston College got a Big 10 or Big 12 invite, I would laugh. Syracuse? Syracuse is that might be a Big 10 school. So I think Syracuse could make a run at it. Wake Forest, no, Wake Forest doesn't have the same relationship with UNC or Duke, I feel like. And maybe UNC and Duke might tell NC State, hey, y'all can pound some sand, go partner with Wake Forest. Pittsburgh, I don't think the ACC will disband. Yeah, you're right. Syracuse would be good for Big Ten basketball. I would actually see if the ACC disbands though, Caleb. I'm looking. There are so many schools here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 14 schools, and there's 12 total openings in the major conferences. So, because I think that every conference would go to 20 at that point. At that point, we're going to 3 super conferences with the SEC, Big 10, and Big 10 and Big 12. They would go to the super conferences. That's what I think would happen. So if I'm going to give you my humble estimation, who ends up where? I think, who doesn't make it? If I had to give you a humble estimation of the 2 schools that don't end up in the Big 12, now let's look at Boston College. Boston College, I don't think they're making it. I think that they could be a Big 12, Big 10. I don't see them SEC wise. I think that they may be left out. Everyone else, I don't know who really goes to the American, man. Because Clemson's ending up somewhere. Almost if they went independent. Duke is definitely ending up somewhere. Florida State is. I would say, Caleb, if I had to choose another team, it would be Boston College and Georgia Tech. Would be the ones. It'd be between Boston College, Georgia Tech, and Pittsburgh. And maybe Virginia Tech and Wake Forest. So there's so many and Louisville, but let me tell you, I say Boston College has a... One second, Caleb. 1 second, man. See, that's what I'm saying. You can listen to the podcast on the back end on your long drive, Caleb. On your long drive, man. Let me tell you about Boston College, man. Boston College, they have their relationship with Maryland that will help them in the Big Ten basketball-wise. I don't think anybody's going to want them for football when you have all the other schools to pick from. Clemson is good football-wise. Duke has UNC, so basketball-wise, I think the Big Ten's really going to go for them. Florida State, they've got a good softball program, so the SEC could go for them. But I don't know if Florida State would want to be in the same place as Florida, though. But I think they'd get picked up. The thing about Georgia Tech, the only thing that I'm weary with them is they're not nice enough basketball wise for the Big Ten. They're not West Coast enough, in my opinion, for the Big 12, and they're not good enough football wise for the SEC. But since Georgia has been so good football wise, you know, could I see a world in which SEC powerhouse Georgia has a protected rivalry with American Athletic Conference Georgia Tech? I don't see a world like that. So that's why I'm like, Georgia Tech is probably might mess around and end up in the SEC. Cause Vanderbilt's here. And SEC would probably love to boost their academic stuff. And they may be able to be like, hey, we can give Georgia Tech so much money they can recruit better and bring some good talent to Georgia Tech. And I'm just, that's what I'm saying from that perspective. And then I'm like, Big Ten, they may say, hey, we want a Southeast school. Atlanta would be a perfect location, easy flights. And the Big 12 may just say, hey, we want that Southeastern camp. Now, Louisville as well. I'm like, Louisville, they're not good enough basketball-wise for me to really see them in the Big 10. I could see them in the Big 12, but not really as a football school, and not really, and like kind of as a basketball. And I can't see them in the SEC for football. But Kentucky, Louisville, that rivalry is so rooted in history basketball-wise. I can't see Kentucky saying, yeah, we're going to keep this Sun Belt Louisville team as a protected rival. This American Athletic Conference Louisville team as a protected rival. I think Kentucky would look out for Louisville, and Georgia would look out for Georgia Tech. I think they would look out for him. I do. That's why I'm like, I couldn't see though, because if I had to, I would put them right above Boston College. Only thing about Boston College is since they're in the upper mid Atlantic East, upper Northeast, I think that those Maryland, Virginia Tech schools might fight for Boston College, but they don't have the pool. Like if you're talking SEC basketball, even though Kentucky's not a powerhouse like they used to be, they're not gonna look around the room and talk to Tennessee, Auburn, and see how they feel, and Alabama, see how they feel. They're gonna say, Coach Cal, how do you feel? He'd be like, hey man, basketball wise, we wouldn't mind having Louisville in the conference. So, and then NC State, I already talked about, they could get hung out to dry because I don't think they have a good rivalry with Duke or Wake Forest. Their only real rival in my eyes is UNC. And then Pitt, I don't know, but we'll see. They changed the division system. Caleb, I think, so this okay, let me get into the big thing. So I think with what you said, so how they had the terminology of the playoff is there's protected spots for the Power 5 conference winners. Well, now there's only going to be 3 Power 5 in the 12-team playoff. There's only going to be 3 Power 5 conferences. And then you're gonna have those group of 5. They're like the American in them, which I guess will be pushed into the Power 5. It's gonna be kind of similar to college basketball, in a sense that if you win your conference, you can play for the national championship, which to me is not good, but it is what it is. I think though with the SEC, if they go to a 20-team, I think they play 13 games. Yeah, they play 12 games. I think a team plays 12 games in a regular season. If there's 10 teams in each division, I think they'll just go to a 9-game conference schedule. I think, right? Each team plays 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, each team plays 12. If you have two 10-team divisions, then I think they'll just play 9 conference games and 3 non-conference, which is gonna hurt some of these teams in the playoffs. I mean, in the bowls, but it's gonna just make better football. I think basketball wise, it's gonna have a huge impact. I think basketball wise, I could see teams having protected rivals. Basketball wise, it'll be fine. They'll just play their rivals twice and everybody else once. Uh, Other sports it'll be the same. I know people want the soccer style tiered system in division, where it's like, hey, we have the top 10 people in Division 1 and the bottom 10 in Division 2. And the bottom 2 schools from Division 1 get replaced with the top 2 schools from Division 2. But no, I don't think the playoff would change. I know a lot, me included, I think there should be a championship for those teams that aren't in the Power 3, in the Power 5. I think there should be I think that bowl games should adopt a playoff. Sponsor 4 teams to compete in a 4-team playoff for a bowl championship. I think that'd be pretty good. But before I forget, let me get into my idea to save the Pac-10, man. And my idea to save the Pac-10 was for the Pac-10 to merge. Not with the Mountain West. Not with the American. Not with any of them other divisions you'd be thinking of. I thought the Pac-12 should merge with the SWAC. Now you might be like, John, why would the Pac-12 merge with the SWAC? Who does this benefit? The SWAC, I think the SWAC has 12 teams. Let me look. Why would the Pac-12? I'm saying this is why it's unscripted, because stuff ain't already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Pac-12. The SWAC has 12 teams. They have a East and a West. The Pac-12 the SWAC has 12. The Pac has 4. Make a 16-team conference. Why would the Pac merge with the SWAC? Well, they already have that relationship for basketball. I think if they merged, first off, then you can sign your TV deal with whoever. People are gonna pay for it. You might be like, what? People will pay to watch. I don't know why this dude is standing next to me. I don't like that. It's distracting me. No, I think the Pac should merge with the SWAC. First off, football-wise, what's the first thing you're gonna get football-wise? The Pac-12 teams, I'd say, and my idea was for football, the Pac-12 teams go independent for 2 years, and then they come back to the Pacific Conference. In 2 years, they give the SWAC teams 2 years to get with the funding and everything, they get their program together to compete in the Pac-12 or the Pac-16, I'd call it the SWAC Pac, or the Pacific and Southwestern Athletic Conference, the PNSWAC, and I would have it. So basketball-wise, it would start immediately. All other sports except for football start immediately, and then football it would start in. He should have shot that 3. He got to shoot that. Yeah, good shot. He definitely got to green them. That was a easy shot. He needed to green that one. Y'all seen that? It's not letting me. Let me see. Is it gonna let me see the courts? I can't see the courts. Yeah, cause I'm trying to check count. I hit every single arrow button. It's not gonna let me see. It's fine. Yeah, he had to green that one. But let me get back into it. Now, why would it be a good brand move for the Pac to merge with the SWAC? I feel like it'd be a good brand move, especially with all the movements going on right now. It'd be a good move to get the community involved, saying, "Hey, we're gonna get the SWAC out the FCS into the FBS." People are gonna be interested just because of that. Now it's I heard him a little bit that Dion ain't there at Jackson State anymore. He gotta hit that three. He's buns. That's a must hit three right there. I'm getting this straight. He gotta hit that three, bro. He wide open. Yeah, that's inexcusable. That's an inexcusable miss. I gotta check his build. He ain't got the shirt on. Is Jay Dan? Yeah, I gotta check his build after that miss right there, bro. That's inexcusable. Jay Darius? 82. Yeah. No. He's running corner specialist on bronze. On a 6'7"? Why does he have limitless on bronze? He should kick this corner. Yeah, that's a bad build. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. He gotta hit that three, man. But we'll see. I can't even see the court. I'm like the score. I mean, but I think the Pack and the SWAC should merge. It would bring a lot of attention to the division. I think ESPN would jump at the offer. You could play the games earlier. You could still keep those Pacific schools. It would help all those schools. It'd help the SWAC out. And yeah, I think it would be overall a good move. I'm kind of getting distracted by this park game they playing. Let me just lock in and watch. Buddy left right dot him. He finished that? Oh, I can see the score now. It's 13-18. He finished that? That's crazy. That's a rogue finish, bro. That's a rogue finish. Walk back door, didn't take it. Drive. He took his dunk that one. 15-18. Are they 3-point hunting here? Left right coming. Step back. Yep. Oh, he didn't shoot that? Lane that. Oh, lane it. No, why are you helping? Oh, he lost the ball? No shot. Yo, you gotta green that. I knew that was high. I gotta check his build, bro. Hood Hero might have sold him with that whack build. He might have sold him. Yeah, bro. If I'm the mascot, I'm in the party screaming. I'm like, y'all boys sold me 5K VC. Yeah, I'm in that. He's dunking this, ain't he? Dot the corner. He ready for that. Hood Hero. Let me check his build. Man. Let me check his build. Level 40. 83 ball on a 6'9" small forward with rim take? What type of build is he on? 73 speed, 70 excel? Yo, what type of build is he on? He made a badge build. This is a badge build. Yeah. This is a badges build. UC 92 stam, 82 vert. 80, like, what's his three? Claymore. Was that three a Claymore 3? Yeah, that was a Claymore 3 he missed. Volume. Yeah, he had that going. Green Machine, he had that. Why is he running Space Creator and Agent when he's a spot up? Yeah, Limitless, Posterizer, Slithery's running the combo, and Fearless. Yeah, look at this badge build. He ain't even make this build to reach. He made this build to lock in. Oh man, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, I thought the pack should merge with the SWAC, but it's looking like a lot of those teams. I think Cal and Stanford may go ACC. And Washington State and Oregon State may go American Athletic Conference. Um, I'm a I'm gonna call it right here, and I'm gonna queue up another one. Y'all boys be breezy, man. Godspeed.